He had nothing. He did that extra dribble move, threw it a little too late. It gave Type just enough time to slide down and get that stop point.
Is that a turnover?
Oh, the bounce lob! Type gets it, goes up with it and misses! FT takes it to Leche! He could have had the dunk! Leche misses the shot! Knicks gaming get it right back!
Are we trolling?
No, there's no way. There's no shot.
No lob!
No.
I'm disgusted.
Malik into the paint all the way on the outside. Malik from downtown, no good. Long rebound falls to Crizzy. Type wraps him up.
It's a lot of tomfoolery going on right now.
We missed.
And Crizzy shoots an early, clanks off the side of the rim and out. Can he get the second one to go? He does.
Shooting a rainbow. No.
Oh my, no way you don't go up with that, man.
All right, drain the clock. There you go.
going to be the foul to give. So reset, go on the inbound.
I don't know if Leche is going to have a shooting performance this good the rest of the season, and they're not going to win this game. That is really, really tough.
They float the pass down to Type, and he was about to get 3 seconds. They call the timeout to save it. It's frantic. This has like a tip-off bracket play style to it, how frantic everybody's playing right now. Guess what? We're just at day 2 of the 5v5 season.
It's a very tip-off game. I like that.
Oh, brother. Whew. Just got to go up with that. Like that. That's when the game was lost completely. Once you don't go up with that, and then Leche gets his first miss, I'm going to be real. He shot that and got his first miss from 3. He was probably stunned once he caught the ball and just let it go. He just let it fly.
What's wild is that the energy that you're seeing in this game right now, you'd think you look at it like, man, Knicks gaming, their body language, they're down big in towards this one. Leche's frying. It's not like that, but they're in a position. They gotta try to protect the ball here. And you just saw there almost getting the 3-second violation with the pass arounds that they had. Players are sat right back up. That means the timeout is over. It'll be here on the inbounds. 3.7 seconds between shot clock and game clock. They go back over towards Radiant. You got to get something going here if you're Boston. And there you go. Finally, a foul will come through, and that's going to send Radiant to the line.
I'll be honest. Look, as good as Leche has been shooting the ball, 7 turnovers, that hurts, especially when the rest of your team isn't shooting. I know it's unfair to put everything on one guy. He's got 29 and 6 outside of that, but yeah, just too many turnovers and not enough from his teammates. FT with an 0 for 8 from 3. That's just heartbreaking.
And JT, 7.6 on the clock. You're down by 6. What is the strategy if you're Boston here? Are you trying to just go out 3 heavy? Are you even thinking about taking a 2 fast and then trying to play that game?
You need a quick 2. Like, a 3 takes up way too much time. Like, you need a quick 2 with a quick steal at the minimum to even have some kind of chance at this not even almost, out of hand game. But you need a quick 2. A 3 will take up too much time. But if you can get a 3 up and then get that real fluke quick stop, maybe. But I feel like they'll be high up on the 3. A 2 will be easier to get.
Such a good job right now from Knicks Gaming of how they've been able to take care of the ball. At this stage of it right now, just 4 turnovers collectively as a team. So far, we're almost pushing, I feel like, an average of almost double-digit turnovers for every team that we've seen so far here towards the tip-off. That's been key. As we jump right back into it, it'll be Colt to inbound. Leche's had the hot hand. Will they try to get something going for him? They get it to Tezo. He gets bumped around. They go inside. They take the 2.
I wouldn't call that a quick 2, but
they worked for it. That bump, that's what really got them.
Yeah, like the play call could have easily been just Tezo going up and then going right back down. Throw the pass right off the inbound to him in the paint.
Chance to make it a 6-point game. Malika knocked this one down. He gets it to go. And they still have a timeout to work with if they want to use it, and they will call it.
What? No. At this point, I don't, like, what's the play call here? Like, what do you, like, y'all usually ask me that. Like, I'm asking them that. What's the play call here? What's the mindset? Like,
3 ball and 1 into an inbound steal bucket. Come on, JT, you gotta keep the faith. Come on, and 1.
If that happens, this will be my last day.
Don't say that. No.
like I can't. I'm just not supposed to be here if that's what happens. Like, that would be the craziest folding game in 2K League history.
They'll sit up. They'll get locked back in. Yeah, it's going to have to be a crazy scenario because even, like, say if you did get a 3 to go, you have to think that burns at least like 1.5 to 2 seconds off the clock. Got a foul, then you don't have a timeout. You got to go the length of the court. This one's basically over. 61 to 55. Can they get anything in? They get it to Tezo. Takes the shot. That one's off. There will be a victory coming out there from New York. Looking good here in their 5 versus 5 debut. We're going to toss it to a commercial break. On the other side, we tip off the 9 p.m. games. Hawktown GC taking on NetsGC, and Wizards District Gaming taking on Magic Gaming. Don't go anywhere.
A crew is defined by its code, the moral compass that guides behavior, the blueprint for success, the roadmap to one goal. Code is simple. The ones and zeros are like the makes and misses, and the rights and wrongs. It all defines the crew. Our code is centered around a relentless pursuit to win and to disrupt outsiders' expectations, to challenge predictions, rankings, and what they think a contender should look like. After all, it's the Brooklyn way, our Brooklyn DNA. Reimagined, remixed, redefined. This is the Brooklyn Code.
Everybody in the house tonight, cheering the black and white. Let's go right now on your feet and make some noise.
What's up, 2K fam? Welcome back to NBA 2K League Day 2 of group play for the tip-off powered by AT&T. Saw a lot of 2K League action so far, and right now we have Hawks Talent taking on NetsGC. You know what that means. A matchup between the number 1 and number 2 overall pick, MDS versus Green. Now, guys, I got to get into this matchup because we saw MDS make his debut yesterday. Now we get to see Green's debut today.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to NetsGC live on YouTube and Twitch. It's good to be back with the crew. How's everyone doing? Just kind of going through the chat right now. Lady Streets, Jen, Lady OG, Fail, Kev, what's up? Hope you're doing good. It's been a while. Man, it's so good to be back. Took a little bit of a breather, took a little bit of a break, but we're here. 5v5. We get to see the crew in action 1 through 5 for the first time this season. I have been giddy all day. You see the starting lineups on your screen. I mean, this is it, right? This is the entire team in all its glory. Mama Greens, what's up? Mama Streets, I appreciate everyone tuning in once again to NetsGC Live. Thank you guys. Like, your support, it does not go unnoticed. It is, like, we are so thankful that you guys tune in with us on every game day, every game night. And, I mean, it doesn't really, I mean, it could get more exciting. We all expect NetsGC to be there at the very end of this 5v5 season. But, man, how great is it to be here for the season opener? And the 2K League schedule makers blessed us with this one. We get Greens, the number 2 pick, versus MDS, the number 1 pick, the future of the NBA 2K League, on the court at the same time. This is going to be a fun one, guys. Here we go. I think how we'll do it for this, like, we don't get any breaks. You guys remember how 3v3 worked, best of 5. We get little breaks in between games. We get 2-minute intermissions in between quarters and a 5-minute intermission at halftime. But I think how we'll do it, just because it's so, like, it's consistent action, I'll probably be on camera with you guys for, like, 2 of the 4 quarters. Won't talk your ear off for the whole game. I'm going to cut some clips for social as well. We'll just kind of see how it goes. We'll feel it out.
See how much of an impact that can make. But lately, all eyes are going to be going over towards Greens and what he can do. I mean, it's got to be a lot of pressure, right? You look so good in towards 3 versus 3. Now you're like,
no more trips.
Another half of the season, this time lives.
No, exactly. And, he looked really good at threes, but, I have to remember when he kind of said,
good contest.
Dog in the mode a little bit.
Oh.
That wasn't his mode. So I want to see him in his mode and see what he does in his 5v5.
2-0. I mean, we got the stop. A little bit of an unfortunate situation there. Seeing the court right now, it's so weird just because we've been on that 3v3 blacktop for the last couple months.
Yeah, I was about to say, is the podcast still rolling? That's the important stuff that we need to find out.
What did you guys learn from the Hawks on day 1?
Me.
This
remove that partner carousel while we have the cameras up.
I think it's hard to know what we got from the Hawks because
Oh my, if Green's getting started like that, I'll clip that. You guys will definitely see that on social. That is Green's first ever basket as a professional in fives. It's a contested 3. We saw a lot of that in 3v3. Shots with the rebound. With the full court pass to Glenn Ratty. There's the first one of the season. It's so good to see these guys on the court. It's tough, right? They're competitors, right? Like they basically sat out for half the season, so they are chomping at the bit to get going there.
You're coming in, you're the number 1 overall pick. We hype up shooting guards and their scoring ability, how they're probably going to lead in points per game again. Go out there, go crazy. You come on your debut and you shoot 3 of 11. Like that's just not going to cut it. And you got to think the matchup that they have time and time again is what you're seeing right now here on the
Double box action already, chat.
So you got to go out there and get a bucket. This one's already been underway. Wizards District Gaming and Magic Gaming going down over there on the command center.
Fail, I've been watching Greens since UPA. I know, it's so... Oh, Green's taking flight. He's got 5 early. It's so weird because... It's so interesting because the league is still so young, but we're now at this point where, you know, this is the 6th year, so we've seen some of the younger players come up through the system and get to watch them grow. Like you would watch prospects in traditional basketball go through the AAU system, go through the NCAA system. And then there's some hype and anticipation when they get drafted into the league. And so Greens and MDS really represent that official first wave, and Ryan one of one on the Lakers.
The pressure, so you can still keep a smaller form of Octo-May still in towards the pick and roll. Just maybe don't want him on the center build to be able to go out there and do that.
You know what's crazy? If they don't take us out of double box. Okay. They heard me. The 2K League broadcast heard me. That's the beauty of this stream, right? We don't... There is no double box action here on NetsGC Live. It is just NetsGC all the time.
Like that him and Maddie duo, the Maddie and May duo sounds a lot less scary. And then I think May is the better rebounder, which is really all that backcourt needs.
You saw the box score flash on your screen there for a moment. Greens with 5, Streets with 4.
Big men score a lot. So, but I'm not the coach. I'm up here, so we'll see how this experiment works.
Yeah, Hawks talent facing some adversity here. Remember to catch up with them to talk about their squad rolling into 5s.
Some things you should know about Hawks talent backcourt. We got 2 vets in Hotshot and Sammy. Sammy all-star lock, and DeJuan, one of the best power forwards, one of the best rookies, one of the best players in general that you will get in the league.
You know, I got number 1 pick, MDS. I got a top lock in Gradient. I got a dog in DeJuan, a guy who's offensively gifted and defensively gifted too also. As a hot shot, rebounds, does everything.
We're going to be an energetic team, a gritty team. With DeJuan, bringing in just defensive power forward, which is
good defense.
I want a power forward that's defensive, and knock down open shots. So I'm excited to play pick and roll with DeJuan and see how our defense works. So
Oh, look at point forward street shots go.
Top of our positions, and we can't wait to get back out there.
Well, first off,
That's unfortunate.
but I love the fact that really the one person that every single player in that clip highlighted, JT, was DeJuan. There was some love shown over there towards MDS, but what DeJuan brings to the table was what really shined out there for Hawks Talent GC.
Oh. Got 1 for 1 from 3. That's Glenn's first steal of the season. For those who aren't familiar with Glenn Ratty, one of the biggest reasons why we brought him to Brooklyn is how effective he is on both sides of the court. He is one of those genuine, legit two-way threats. And one of the elite trash talkers in the league.
I think the one thing with DeJuan that I'm interested to see this
Good
year,
rotation.
I went back and watched the Gen G game, and I had some similar concerns where, coming out of the draft, I didn't know if he could come in and at a really, really high level. Like, he can because he's in the league, but I was interested to see how he was going to defend the back end of the pick and roll, and if the Hawks were going to put him in that situation.
Chad, let me know if you want me to turn up the commentary a little bit.
DeJuan is down there. I'm just interested to see how teams are going to attack him. They didn't do a great job in the paint yesterday. Dewan got caught out a lot by Feast on some easy pick and rolls. So let's see how he does in game 2. But something to watch this year. I wonder if they stick with Dewan down the stretch on the pick and roll.
Well, speak of Dewan, he got a steal right on cue. Lily, I want to talk to you about this because I know that you've seen obviously a lot of C's, lots of greens when you joined us in towards 3v3. Slow start coming out here for C, just 2 points of the game. We give it to MDS a lot, but quick 5 points coming out from greens here in the first.
Yeah, Greens came out already cooking. He hit a huge shot with contest early on. And I'm seeing that the Nets, you know, when the ball is in play, they're pretty much locking up the Hawks pretty well. There's some switching that I'm seeing the Hawks aren't really taking advantage of. So we'll see how
That's a good timeout. Last couple possessions, a little sluggish. This is ATL's first lead of the game. Get rid of that. There's a live shot of the NetsGC Gaming Studio presented by LIU. Our first shot of the entire team playing. Good timeout, down by 2. What's up, Ray? Welcome to the stream. Bailout is crazy this year, yeah. No one has more than bronze, I believe, but I mean, even with the bronze, you're getting that bailout animation, clean animation, like what, 8 times out of 10.
I'll also say with the lock build this year and just like the impact that we've seen it make already so early in the season, JT, I feel like I know the contestism is always going to be what it is, and you get those. I mean, those lockdowns have crazy wingspan this year. They got all the defensive badges.
A little bit of a slow start, but
so if you're a guard, you got to get it up before you get.
We've kind of seen that from a lot of the teams, both tonight and last night, with this being their first game of the season. That's a good decisive move by Greens.
Keep NetsGC there as soon as I say that. Finally get the 2 points on the board to make it 13-13.
Well, they need to figure it out. Whether that's Radiant going to Hot Shots corner, somebody has to get to Hot's corner because Greens right now is dunking the ball too much.
Well, a nice little lay coming out there from C's.
We're about, 2 possessions left in the first quarter, opening game of our 5v5 season.
Your matchup with the high-scoring guards, you got C's on the left for Hawks Talent GC, and Greens, the number 2 overall pick.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, Phil. Like, there are some teams that locked in on 5s throughout the 3v3 season, and there are some teams that, you know, tried to balance their scrimmages and their practices in 3s and 5s. I know for Brooklyn, they played a little bit of 5s to start the 3v3 year, but once things start to settle in, they fully focused on 3s. So
I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Like passes like that, when you know teams do that, know they're looking for it. It's really no real risk.
27% contested. All right, you tip your hat then, I guess. And 1. We will take it.
Almost the and 1, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2, and that's going to be a timeout from Hawks Talent GC.
Timeout to put a timeout on that momentum. No way that went in. And then that goes in and you bail him out with that in the
That's tough.
Oh my.
All right, so obviously Street's going to go to the free throw line for 2. But right now, Brooklyn down by 3, just looking through the box score, guys. You got Greens leading the way with 9. C's on Hawks Talent GC, the opposing point guard, with 10 points.
That's the whole point of the video game.
I agree with you. I think a lot of people assume once there's contest, like you're not supposed to be able to make the shot.
Man, we saw somebody hit a green over a red contest this year. Sometimes you just time the jumper. Relax.
Someone in the Twitch chat said that wasn't a...
I turned the commentary up. Let me know if that works, guys.
27% contested. I went back and just watched the clip. It was a 27% contested green.
Dude, FT hit a what was it, like a red 29 or 30 or something?
See, now that was like...
For those who aren't familiar with 5v5 and have just joined us for 3s, timeouts are like real timeouts. There's an intentional delay for the guy, give the guys a chance to kind of talk things over.
You know what I'm saying? Like how he just greened that, he won't green that the next 10 times, no matter how much he knows that jump shot. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Shuffled over to this next matchup, Wizards District
18-17.
Saw a little bit of a preview with it. This one already deep in towards the second quarter, and oh my,
You know how we'll do things here.
As Maddie extend.
I have the main broadcast up on a separate screen, so once we go back to the main broadcast, I'll fire that back up. But while we wait for this intermission, we'll go into the command center, guys. That way you guys don't miss a single second. I agree. We just got to regroup. You guys see the box score there on your screen. Brooklyn, NetsGC down by 1 to Hawks Talon. Opening night for NetsGC in the 5v5 season. I think what we'll do at halftime is we'll kind of go through the group standings. Obviously, you play everyone in your group one time, and then you do have an extra game where you do play one team a second time. For us, that second opponent is Heat Check Gaming, and that's going to occur that matchup will happen at the end of group play. Yeah, that's a good point. Kev, I'm glad you brought that up. That was something that I definitely wanted to bring up as well. There's a Blink 182 concert happening at the Barclays Center. And so the guys are having to kind of deal with that with their comms. I like that. I like that look from Greens. Really decisive to come out of this quarter. It was similar to what he did to start the game. You guys know the vibes. Command center, it is just you, me, and the ambiance of a 2K basketball game. Just ball on hardwood. I like it. That's 2 straight possessions now for us where we come away with a bucket. I like that no shot. That's a great pass by Steez. Was that Glenn's first bucket? Ooh, that's a good timeout. Shots working off the rust a little bit there. He had it was an unlucky turnover off the rebound to start the game. Had another one bringing the ball up. Timeout saved him from a third turnover there. 12 points from Green, shooting perfect from the three-point line. Shot still hasn't taken a field goal attempt. You would think as this game progresses, they're going to look to kind of get him more involved. Glenn perfect from the 3-point line. Streets with 8. Steve's doing a little bit of everything. 25-25. I think we might be back on the main broadcast, are we? Hey. Speak of the devil, there's Shot's first field goal attempt. First 2 points of the 2023 2K League season. Missed having him on the court, guys. Good decks there by Gradient. Is that 2 or a 3? That was a 2. I love that. I love that aggression from Glenn. He really is the X factor this year. I mean, you kind of know what you're going to get from everyone else. And, I mean, Shots has been a consistent all-star, superstar every single year he's been in the league. And we know what Glenn can do, but, like, he raises our ceiling if he's having a great season. At the next whistle, guys, I'll go back to the main broadcast. Oh, we're picking it up now. Oh. English. Off the glass for 2. Is that our first fast break bucket, chat? Oh, Glenn should have had that. I like that. I like that help, Streets. Good show, Steez. Guys are moving. 2 seconds. Jump at it. Love it. If you guys haven't seen already, chat, or even for those who... Oh, my. I want to go to the main broadcast just see if I can get that in time. That was a crazy shot by Greens. I know they're talking about it.
Right, back in season 2. Taught us a lot about professionalism too, Autumn. I think, shout out Jeff, man. He's doing big things with golf.
37-27, our biggest lead of the game. I'm pretty sure the score was 25. What was the score to end the first quarter? Score was 18-17, I believe. Something like that.
Which was how I know like how big I was back then. It was he checked.
Oh, it's on my screen. 18-17, first quarter. 20-9, second quarter.
JT will be the first pro-am player with a sub button. The first. And I still don't have one. But
Green's perfect from 3.
that just goes to
But
show
as
you
I was
back
saying,
then, the impact I had. That's all it says. Back in my day. I knew it. See? Look. I knew it.
as I was saying, if you guys haven't noticed already, with the way the locks are able to shoot over the point guards in the corner, a lot of these late clock scenarios, teams will just throw it blindly to their lock in that left corner and shoot it over the point guard, and it's very greenable, despite the contest.
I read that in the wrong tone. I said,
Hold on.
Devcon said JT don't lie.
What
But
am I
I
lying
read it
about?
like JT doesn't lie. That's how I read it, but it was wrong tone.
And you don't if you don't jump,
You telling the truth. Devgoss, what are you talking
you're not getting any contest whatsoever. Even with the hand up, I've noticed it
I got you. I'm do you a
really isn't doing anything. So
calling me a liar.
there is a skill gap to it, and I think teams with locks that have the best shooting percentage over point guards are going to give their team a little bit of an offensive boost there.
That was a big shot. Nets were on a 15-4 run before that 3 cut it to 15-7. Nice run there for Brooklyn.
Green's dancing around, ball on the string. He'll get the reset the shots now back over towards Greens. He's got his play.
Oh my goodness, guys.
Steez knocks it down. Brooklyn moving like a well-oiled machine.
What a read.
Now I'm blocked. I quote the tweet and tag Devgoss. Now I'm back to doing my job.
But that's the respect Shots has, right? You gotta respect that shot slip.
Like what? Takeover out to Dewan. Under 10
Oh.
seconds to work on a shot clock, and it's straight to the lanes.
Oh.
A wide open one. He throws
We're
it
moving,
down.
guys. We're moving.
I was worried about the Hawks defense yesterday. This game has not made me feel any better. The Nets are getting everything they want this quarter.
We are moving.
Green's going off.
Oh, we're moving. Sean. Oh, Glenn. Let's go.
But that right there, that's what I'm telling you. Like,
That's a great shot from Glenn.
You can't get back to that slip. You can slide in that lane, in that position you're in. Time the pass. It's a steal every time.
Yes, with the midi fade. That'll slow things down there, but still 4 seconds to work with.
2 away from 50, chat. Can we get the 50?
Greens and then got to get something going. Greens advances. He wants a shot.
Dang.
He goes down, doesn't take one. 48 to 30.
That's crazy, chat.
Out here at halftime, and oh my goodness, NetsGC looking so good. We're gonna throw it to a commercial break on the other
Let's
side.
throw
This matchup.
Let's move away from the main broadcast, and so we can take a look at this box score. And I mean, we were down 1 to begin the second quarter, and we rip off a 31-16 second frame and head into this locker room up 14. And I mean, you just look at the box score, right? Green's perfect from 3, Glenn perfect from 3, and that's the storyline this year, right? You know what you're going to get defensively, and even on the offensive side of the ball from the triple S's, Streets, Stees, and Shots. It was just that backcourt, right? What could Greens and Glenn do? And obviously it's still very early in the season, and we are not proclaiming anything, but this is as good of a start as you could have wanted from the New York duo in Greens and Glenn. 3 from 3 or 6 from 6 combined. 28 points from the duo, 1 turnover to the 5 assists. You know, Glenn getting a steal on the defensive end. And so, you know, Brooklyn with a comfortable lead at halftime. Obviously, there's still 2 more quarters to go. But you're right, Fail. Everyone is playing well. So, you know, this is the halftime. What was it, like 7 minutes, 8 minutes? I didn't catch it in time, but I did want to take a look while we wait for the guys to take the court. Chat, let me know if you see that on your screen. It should pop up any second now. But this is the group standings. And this is literally straight from my Photoshop, so it isn't even fully edited yet. Like, I tried to quickly put it together just before the stream. And so I still have tournament name under it. But obviously this is the tip-off. But this is our group, right? NBL Laws Gaming, Gen G Tigers, us, 76ers GC, Hawks Talon GC, and Heat Check Gaming. So this is Group C, I believe, is how the league has it. And so just like with 3v3, to advance to bracket play, you have to finish in the top 4. And so these standings are up to date. It even includes the game from earlier this evening between NBL Oz and 76ers. NBL Oz off to a quick start again. They were like this in 3v3. They, you know, sprinted out of the gate, so they're 2-0. Gen G played last night. We are the last remaining team from this group to have played a game. If things continue to trend like how it has so far this evening, we'll be 1-0. We'll be 1-0 as well, hopefully. But the goal again is to finish top 4, and we automatically move to bracket play. That first week, guys, just like in 3v3, is remote. I think you got to win 2 games for a 12. No, you might just have to win 1, because that'll get us 16 teams. There are 4 groups. If 4 advance from each group, 16, and the top 8 teams will qualify for in-person bracket play. So we'll keep you up to date on the group standings in this stream all week long, but that is the goal. That's what we're racing towards. And obviously our schedule this week, guys, we're playing Hawks Talon tonight. Tomorrow evening, we get 76ers GC at 6 o'clock. And then we wrap up the week against Heat Check Gaming at 9 o'clock. So a fun, full slate of games this week to kick off the tip-off during this NBA 2K League season. While we wait for... no, it is a solid group. You know, I've been watching streams from Harris and Champ. Whether you want to argue which group is the group of death or not, there are some good teams in this group, and some people have been kind of talking down on NBLRs, and here they are at 2-0, so this group might be a little bit deeper than some of the analysts and experts might have thought at the beginning of the week. So it's going to be a fun 2 weeks of group play. One thing I did want to talk about, guys, before we kick things off here in the third quarter, is this Friday. You've heard the commentary team on the 2K League broadcast talk about it, but it is the 2K League Takeover. It is the second event of its kind that the league has held this year, and so in the retail version of the game, NBA 2K23, as long as you're rocking 2K League merch, hopefully you're rocking the NetsGC merch, you get double XP. So as you're progressing through Season 7, and as you're upgrading your My Player, double XP always helps with the grind. We will be giving away codes on the 26th this Friday for NetsGC codes. Now, we are doing something a little special with our codes, and we'll reveal a little bit more details about it on tomorrow's stream. But if you do win one of our codes, you are not just getting a code for a digital item. You will be getting a surprise gift with it. Again, tune into tomorrow's stream, NetsGC versus 76GC, to find out what those add-ons may be. We are so very fortunate and lucky to have all of our supporters, all of our fans and followers on social want to kind of spice it up a little bit. So keep a lookout for that. Good thing I graduated college. Now I can stay up and not worry about waking up early. Hey, props to you. I'm Chris Sosia. I'm gonna send a picture of my character. No, please. Anyone who's rocking NetsGC gear in the game. What? Glenn opens things up with a fader? These guys are crazy. Oh, we're back on the main broadcast. I'm gonna switch this real quick. I know I said I was only switch things during dead ball, but I mean, if we're flooding, I need to hear it.
51-37, back over here. This one, start of the third quarter. Greens, I feel like he's just had takeover for so damn long now.
Love that.
It'll be Steez down the shots. He'll throw it down.
It's only his second bucket of the game, and they still have 53 points through basically a half.
Backcourt hooping.
It's been amazing going out there from Greens, Glenn Ratty, Streets.
It's funny that Harris pointed that out, chat.
I was waiting for JT. That's gonna be the old
not a lot of contests at the rim, whether you're a power forward or a center. A lot of it is resulting in fouls, at least more so than we've seen in the past.
Right now, type 2KL space takeover in the chat for 2KL gear, and make sure to check out the takeover this Friday going down in towards the city. New season drop. Go out there, hit level 40, get your NBA mascots, rep them around there, and of course, when you do put on the 2KL gear, you're actually going to get the logo that our 2KL players have above their head.
Hey,
you know what that
hang on, we were just talking about that. Oh, Glenn's getting gritty on the perimeter.
It's funny that you guys get messages like asking what's relevant. When I had the 2K logo, I get some of the craziest messages, and I'm like, I am not a developer. This logo does not mean I developed this game. And I've gotten some crazy messages asking me to fix people's accounts, and I'm like, that is not what I do. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had I want to say it was back in 2K19 or 2K20. I got an actual 2K logo above my head, not a 2K League one. My gamer tag is Dirk_2K. Do you know how many messages I got of people saying, "Are you Dirk Nowitzki?" And I'm
That's crazy.
No.
Hey, 5-on-4. Space.
So here's a fun fact I learned about Dirk Nowitzki.
Beautiful. Well done.
Back in the day of he needs to be the cover athlete one of these times. Finally, it did.
Chat, we are flooding.
But he actually is a video of him back in one of the All-Stars.
Yeah, I love that. For those who aren't familiar with Glenn's journey, he was a lottery pick.
It all worked out.
A few seasons ago, went to Heat Check Gaming as their point guard. Things didn't work out, and he was unable to get back into the league the following year. And then last year, again, he missed out, but he was on the league bench. And due to some unfortunate circumstances over in Charlotte, but fortunate for him, he was able to get an opportunity to get off the league bench, and he played for Hornets Phantom GT.
Oh, yeah.
And then finally this year,
Was it like a Too Many Cooks parody or something?
Glenn on cue with the two-handed dunk. He gets drafted here over to Brooklyn, and we are so excited to have him. A really funny story, and you guys will remember this from the ticket last year. Glenn he played a heavy role, a heavy hand in eliminating us from the ticket last year in our 5v5 matchup against Hornets and GT. We just couldn't stop him, both on the sticks and off the sticks. He was talking the most trash to us, and we never forgot it. But I know Kurt in the offseason, he wanted that on the team, so here he is now. This year, yeah, get with the winning team, Jed. That's hilarious.
JT just pick up his first foul at this stage in the ballgame. That tells me one thing, that you're playing phenomenal get-back defense.
Get back, man, will always be a skill gap, and their 1 through 3 is outscoring, I'm pretty sure, the entire Hawks team right now.
Look at this defense. We're locking up. 4 seconds. Here we go.
There's only 3 seconds to work with. MDS, mini flare. It's off. Hot shot will get the rebound and get shots up in there. So, little old school battle with the mashers between two original 102 guys at hot shot and shots. It's C's. He's got 20 points in the game. Greens has 20 points. Glenn Ratty, though, doubling up what MDS is bringing to the table. And, of course, Streets, 13 points for him, just 4 for Gradient.
That move right there. That's a variation.
Jen, no, I love the GIF. Definitely know what you're talking about. And you've been consistent with it
The number 1 pick versus
all
the
season
2
long.
pick right now, and the number 2 pick, he looking better. We saw it in 3. We didn't see a lot of MDS in 3v3, and it might not be fair because they're not the same position, but man, we've been calling Greens a generational prospect.
Oh,
and,
goaltending.
Yeah, this might just be the beginning.
I don't know. That would look like a pin.
11, 22 and 5. Welcome to 5s.
1 through 3, 51 points combined.
Y'all, did I see that?
Hawks talent as a team.
Okay, I'm not going to jinx it. Don't even talk about it, chat.
248 as Greens thought about the shot there for a moment, and shots goes right up with this one. DeJuan gets the stop. They're moving in transition. Let's take a listen in with Atlanta.
Sure, we got time to reset. Corner switch, triangle left. Good shot. Next way back, next way back. Back.
Face is I got Glenn.
Mm.
I think we have it.
Time out.
Come on, man. Come on. 11. Fight, my nigga, fight.
We got
11
one.
points. One foul. I'm going for this.
I'll box him.
Good.
I'm playing Glenn.
He said he was good.
Straight. Try to get the single digit for the quarter and take anything.
That's it?
Defense. Good defense.
More.
Yeah, 4.
13-point game.
Jump at it.
Gotta get something
No,
here.
2K.
Shooting foul. So it'll be C's at the line, shooting 3.
2K.
I love how we heard in that listening. He was. They were saying to fight. Okay, they still have 1 more quarter. How do you fight in this one?
By taking it 1 play at a time, by not overreacting.
I mean, props to Atlanta.
Just keeping calm
Definitely their best quarter so far.
throughout the whole team.
On the verge of going +4 here.
Who the main voice would be, that's who was the main voice in that listening. Like, DeJuan was really, like, being vocal, trying to keep...
2 for 1 or no? No. Steady.
But I'm not going to lie. They're really just going against a offensive juggernaut performance right now. So I don't know if that'll be enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you're being nice, JT. Autumn, they need to play some damn defense. All right, this is not great. 66 points through 3 quarters. No, that's just not acceptable.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even speaking.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. I'm not. If I'm about to be
It's good
alive
tea.
for you, I don't get paid for that.
Oh, that's shots. Welcome back, shots. Welcome back.
Another early and 1 call as the miss goes in there. NetsGC still hold on as the offense continues to roll for them. Hawks talent, GC just kind of keeping pace to what we've really been seeing from them this entire time.
Yeah, I love what we're seeing.
I feel
Let's show up to section 400 with Harris.
Yeah, thanks, Derek. Look, we got to talk about Greens. The number 2 overall.
See what Harris has for us, chat.
Outstanding so far this season. We saw what he could do in 3v3. But honestly, for me, it's all about what he can do in 5s. You've already seen it through these 3 quarters. Already one of the best-looking players in the league. And you have to wonder, is he going to follow suit with a lot of other rookie point guards that came before him? Bear Beast won the title in his first year. JBM won it in his own in Season 3. And it might not work exactly the same, but Cooks wasn't a rookie technically last year, but it was his first year starting at point guard in the league, and he was able to get the title for Bucks Gaming. You gotta wonder, could Greens be the next one to complete the Royal Road and win a title as a rookie in 5v5? We'll see. So far, so good.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot, potentially going out there, getting the job done in towards 3 versus 3. I mean, they definitely got the squad for it over here in towards 5s, JT, in terms of the experience that they have. I always kind of just look over towards Steez, right? Somebody who's gone out there, played in some banner finals, of course, the finals in towards Season 2 as well, has had a lot of success in the league.
That's what I feel like really gives them that edge in the East is how much experience they have. And I know having a center like Shots, I know he hasn't really made that run yet as a 2K League player. And I know he's itching for it. And with the team they have right now, they're looking good. That backcourt looks dangerous. We know what we'll get from that front court. But this backcourt, it's looking like how they show glimpses of in pre-draft.
Are the Magic blowing a lead?
Yeah, I was just about to mention that.
Crazy.
We have 2 close games. It's now a 6-point game. Magic up by 6.
Yeah, they're up 19, now 6. Cap has gone absolutely nuts here in the 4th quarter.
All right, chat, let's go. 4th quarter.
This one. I mean, still an 8-point game.
They're probably going to change over.
12-point game. You got 2:30 left here and towards the 4th. 18 points for Cap.
Yeah, they changed over.
As we will go full screen here with this one.
All good.
Trying to get.
Shots gets us started there. Gets the contest. Good foul by ATL. Guys are just tuning in. 4th quarter. NetsGC's home opener versus Hawks Talon GC. Glenn with badge. Gets his own rebound. That's a free for Shots. I mean, you think maybe ATL has one more run in them, but that's probably about it. Smoke the open. That's frustrating. Green's moving. Ah. It's a good pass back. Maybe a timeout? Yeah, I like that timeout. We had started the quarter off on a 6-0 run. ATL hits, I think it was C's hits a 3 in transition on the walk back. And then that pass back out of from the paint for another corner three. Okay, we finally missed one. I can talk about it. We were 10 for 10 from the 3-point line. From the 3-point line, chat. We were 10 for 10. That three that Steez just missed on the prior possession was our first missed three of the season. It took 3 minutes and change in the final quarter, in the final frame, for us to finally miss a three. I didn't want to talk about it until it happened. It finally did, but man, you're going to win a lot of games when you're shooting like that from three. All right, let's see what we do out of this timeout. You know what, though? The backcourt is still perfect. Again, still very early in the season, and we're not quite sure, you know, where teams rank in the grand scheme of things. Obviously a very small sample size, but it's super encouraging to see Greens and even Glenn, how they've done with this shots PNR, because you know it's going to get better. Got to try and finish this game strong, though. Looks like the guys are slowing it down some. There's another one. Not a lot of fouls this year at the rim. Two minutes away from closing it out, chat. That's great defense from Shots. Shots is one of the, if not the best corner defender at center. He's back. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. It's always nice to add a former 2K League All-Star elite center to your team midway through the 2K League season. What is it 83? Chat, I want to say the most points scored so far after 2 days is 81 or 83 points by Bucks Gaming. I could be wrong. Blitz, a red. That's crazy. I gotta check it out, but I think the might be 83. 83, 85, somewhere there. Chad, let's go for the three here. No, we threw the cut. That might have tied it. I'm going to check real quick. $81. 75. Well, there you have it. 83-69 chat. Game 1 is in the books. Throw a W in the chat. Big win for NetsGC. Start the season off right at 1-0. You see the box score there. Perfect from the three-point line, from the perimeter. 9 of 9 from Greens and Glenn. A spectacular, glowing debut from the New York duo. Streets, Shots, and Steez do their thing 3 through 5. 4 steals between them, a block. Shots was just 1 rebound away from a double-double to kick off the season. I mean, I'd say a really good start. Green's 1 assist away from capturing his first double-double in 5s. Only 6 turnovers from the team. I mean, job well done from the guys. NetsGC up now 1-0, and that was with Blink 182 in the background. So they had to overcome that as well. But again, great debut from NetsGC. They got to keep pace with NBA laws. You know, they got to keep pace with Gen G, who's 1-0 as well. And we'll get 76ers GC tomorrow. I'm going to text Kurt now. See what he's thinking. All right, I just emailed him a link to the post game. But yeah, no, again, guys, NetsGC get the victory. They're now 1-0. Again, I'm just gonna bring up. I mean, this is really what we're chasing over the next 2 weeks, right? So that moves us up to 1-0. ATL now 0-2. They'll drop down below Heat Check Gaming, and so the goal is just to finish in the top 4 and advance to bracket play. And that's where you start to play for the money, right? We had such we had a good resume playing for the money in 3v3, and so hopefully that carries over to 5s and the guys continue to be successful. It's already been one of the, if not the, most successful year in franchise history, and that was just our first 5v5 game. And this is our strong game mode, right? You heard Steez talk about it earlier in the season. You know, 5s is what we were built for, and a lot of teams say that, but I mean, we really mean it, and so we proved that tonight. All right, so what we're going to do now, I'll probably throw up the stream, the 2K League broadcast stream, and then once I hear from Kurt in the next little while, we'll bring him into the broadcast, and then we'll do a little bit of post-game presser. If you guys have any questions for the guys or Kurt, feel free to drop them in the chat. We'll get to them. But yeah, great win for NetsGC. They defeat Hawks Talon GC and start the year off right. 1-0. First game of the 5v5 season. First game, opening week of the tip-off. Let's see here. All right, we'll be right back. You know what? Kurt just had to remind me, and it's funny because in my defense, I'm doing like a million things at the same time, but I had just said it. There is a Blink 182 concert happening at the Barclays Center. It is way too loud. They are going nuts for it. And so we won't be doing a post-game presser tonight, but if the situation allows for it, we will do one. We will do one tomorrow after the 76ers NetsGC game. But I mean, what is there to really kind of say? The guys were spectacular. We were down 18-17 after the first quarter, but the guys just had an amazing second quarter run, and that really carried over that momentum until the end of the game. I want to pull up the box score potentially, see if they have it updated on the site. They're missing 4 points from it, but this will do. Yeah, 31-16 second quarter, guys. Really kind of opened things up, and we did not look back from there. Again, the storylines to take away from this, Greens and Glenn, what is this backcourt capable of? Whatever the answer to that question may be, that is going to decide whether we are a good team, a great team, or a genuine, legitimate threat to win a championship. And at least on night one, the guys proved that we belong in that elite tier echelon of contenders. Streets, Steez, a lot of that 3v3 momentum carried over. They were spectacular defensively, shot the ball well from the perimeter. Shots his first game back, his first game of the 2023 season, just 1 rebound away from a double-double. Some of the this is your first time watching fives. This is the first time you're watching Shots play. This isn't anywhere close to his final form, and he was already just one rebound shy of a double-double. At his peak, he's playing elite defense out of that corner, and on the offensive end, yes, he's going to get you your 20 points. Yes, he's going to get you your 10 rebounds, but my favorite thing about his game is his ability to see the court after he catches the ball in the slip. He'll dot the corner, he'll dot the hashes, and you guys are going to see that throughout the season. I am so pumped to see how the guys play throughout the rest of this tournament. We are going to close things out here, but I mean, we started off right. We do so well here on NetsGC Live. I missed you guys. I was there with the team in DC, right there in the trenches with them. I got to, see the guys play in person, learn a lot about them, but I'm happy to be back on this stream with everyone in the chat. Mama Greens, Streets, Jen, Lady OG, thank you so much, Sosa. Everyone have a great night. Please be safe. Celebrate the victory. Get in the chat on the main broadcast. Let them know what's up. The crew is here. We will catch everyone back on this stream. We was going crazy. End of 3v3 on 2K. No, I bet it. I definitely believe that. It crossed my mind as I was there going through threes. I know there was the shots from Greens hit a couple shots against the T-Wolves when we were sweeping them. That's when I thought about you guys the most, because I know we were in this stream together watching T-Wolves sweep us not just once but twice. So when we got to return the favor back to them in the playoffs, I instantly thought of you guys. So it's going to be a good one. End of season predictions: Greens, Roy, Glenn, Street, Steez, and Shots on the all defense. I mean, we must have had a year if that happens, and I'm all for that. But, yeah, okay, so we'll sign off here. Thank you again. Have a good night, everyone. Keep an eye out on socials. If you aren't already, what are you waiting for? Follow at Nets Gaming Crew. I'm going to post graphics and post highlights, and we'll just keep it moving one game at a time. Have a good night, guys.